What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. So check this out. This video that I'm making now, it's actually started out being a completely different video where I was talking about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny and the box office and how poorly it did this past weekend. You guys probably already know that. And how it got beaten out at the box office and how it was getting challenged by this film, Sound of Freedom. If you guys aren't familiar with what this film is, this is a film that was made, it's an independent film, small budget film that was made a few years ago, apparently, and it's had trouble getting its release because, you know, Disney had its clutches all over it. But nevertheless, it dropped in theaters on July 4th. And, you know, I heard the title Sound of Freedom. I'm thinking, okay, this is some sort of a patriotic type film, you know, the Sound of Freedom. I had no idea what it was about. Didn't really pay attention to it. But then I found out, like, oh, okay, it's a film that's actually about child trafficking. And, you know, this guy that came out from the Department of Homeland Security, I think, or something like that, to stop a child trafficking ring. And, you know, his story, like, so this is based on real events, you know, that's basically what this thing was. And I had no idea that this movie was even coming out. It wasn't on my radar. I knew nothing about it. But as I started to dig into the whole Indiana Jones thing and digging into why this film was, you know, taken off the way it was, I was ready to discuss, like, oh, you know, this is an independent film made from passion, made with love, from people that actually care about this topic. This is awesome. This is great. I didn't really dig into it too further than that, you know, because it's an independent movie and I have a big heart for the underdog films that are out there. You know, I love underdogs going up against these big $300 million behemoths like Indiana Jones and toppling them. You know, I'm a big fan of that type of stuff. That's the story that I thought that I was doing, okay? But again, like I said, as I started digging into the story behind this and all of the commentary and the articles that are surrounding it, I said, okay, stop. I got to make a completely different video now. I got to make 100% different video at this point, all right? And it was then that I discovered this particular video by CNN. Now, this is the CNN video that I was talking about. It's put up there by the Post Millennial, which basically said, yeah, and CNN is encouraging viewers not to watch this movie, Sound of Freedom. And you can see here on the headline on its own video, Hollywood QAnon promoters movie is a hit at the box office. Oh boy. That's where I was like, okay, what the hell is going on here? So I went ahead, let's go ahead and check this out real quick.
And you seem pretty familiar with him because he doesn't really hide his association with this real wild plot that involves, you know, drinking the blood of children and things like that.
And let me say real quick that they're talking about Jim Caviezel. He's talking about the lead actor, Jim Caviezel, who plays the guy, the lead role. I think his name is Tom Ballard or something like that. He plays that guy in this film, okay?
No, he doesn't hide it at all. And you have a lot of people who are in this world of QAnon who say, oh, they don't know what that is. They've never heard of it. They're just asking questions. With somebody like Jim Caviezel, he is openly embracing it. He's openly using its catchphrases and its concepts. He's speaking at QAnon conventions. And this film is being marketed to either specific QAnon believers or to people who believe all of the same tenets as QAnon, but claim they don't know what it is.
And The Sound of Freedom does focus on a real issue of sex trafficking. But that theme, it's sort of like that kernel of truth that feeds the QAnon conspiracy theory. Tell us how those two things work together.
Sure. And the most durable and the most believable conspiracy theories are not entirely false. There's something in them that is true and the rest of it is false. But the believers point to the one true thing and they say, oh, you don't believe that this particular thing is true. In terms of child trafficking, we know trafficking is real. We know it has real victims. No one is denying that. But these films are created out of moral panics. They're created out of bogus statistics. They're created out of fear. And with something like Sound of Freedom, it specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child trafficking rings that are run by the high-level elites, and only people like Tim Ballard and only people like Jim Caviezel, and by extension, only people like the ticket buyer can help bring these trafficking rings down. So there's a very participatory element. You're not just going to see a movie, you're just killing 2 hours on a hot day. You are helping bring down these pedophile rings and save children. Now, it's not true, but it's a very comforting and it's a very warm feeling to have.
Now I'm like, hold on. I don't understand what the problem is with these folks making a film that talks about a very serious topic that they agree is a real issue, okay? And they say, oh, well, they take this little kernel of truth. Like, what are you talking about? It's a major issue. It's a big issue. It's an extremely huge crisis in this country and all over the world. I want more attention being brought to this. What are y'all talking about here? Like, imagine if somebody made a movie about, I don't know, like homelessness or the drug epidemic or some other crisis. Why would anybody be upset about someone making a movie like that? Even if there was laced with conspiracies. Hey, you know what? We need as much attention brought to this situation as humanly possible. There's no reason in the world that anybody should be upset against this. Why would a mainstream news company like CNN be upset about something that is an actual legitimate problem and people bringing awareness to that problem? Why would they be upset about that?
Jim Caviezel, who played Tim Ballard, the former agent who the film was based on, had some thoughts to share on why child trafficking is such a huge problem in the U.S.
My country, I was really concerned about, especially with the south border wall that we have. By definition, you have to have borders to have a country, and we don't have one right now.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that was from the Washington Examiner. Look, you guys know me. I'm not all about them politics in my entertainment, okay? But it's different when it's events based on a true story. When it's events based on a true story, okay, I know I'm not walking into some superhero movie. I'm not walking into some fantasy adventure film or something like that. I'm expecting to see depictions of real life events, okay? And there's going to be some political commentary around that. I expect that. All right, so I want everybody to be clear about that. That's different because you're getting, some dramatization of a real life event, and therefore there's going to be some of the politics and some of the issues and some of the concerns of real life are going to creep into that film. Okay, so I look at that as a different thing. It's almost like a documentary. I expect them to try to get as close as they humanly can. Obviously, there will be some things that are dramatized, but that's fine. But I don't understand why they're mad. Why are they mad at that? Doesn't this issue need awareness? Like, they are literally making it like you should not watch this movie, okay? You shouldn't go and support a movie that's bringing legitimate awareness to an actual problem. Whether or not you think it's a conspiracy or not, you're smart enough to figure out the difference. Like, I hate the way that the media treats you like a child. Like, oh, okay, we can't figure out what this stuff is, so let's not go watch it. Go watch it and make your determinations for yourself, okay? You don't have to do this. Look, I haven't seen this movie yet, okay? But you best believe I'm seeing it tomorrow. I already booked my tickets, my seat in the theaters. I'm seeing it tomorrow night because my kids had me on something else this weekend. But nevertheless, the fact that CNN itself is actually speaking out against this, it almost creates its own conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as a mainstream media starts saying, oh, you shouldn't watch it, hell, now I really want to watch it. Why are you speaking out about this? Of all things to speak out about. Sheesh. I mean, the thing, what's crazy is there have been human trafficking films before. Why are they going after this one? That's what kicks the conspiracies off. Maybe they're stupid and they don't understand that. But that's what really kicks off the conspiracies. When you guys are going after this, there's been tons of human trafficking. There's been tons of movies about this topic. Whether they broach upon it, touch upon it, or whatever, why this film? It's just weird, okay? Why would you not want to bring awareness to a problem like this? It just doesn't make sense. And then, like, that, again, that takes me to all the other stuff. Let me show you some of the headlines that I was seeing. Yeah, this one is on Rolling Stone. Sound of Freedom is a superhero movie for dads with brain worms. The QAnon-tinged thriller about child trafficking is designed to appeal to the conscience of a conspiracy-addled boomer. Wow! I mean, what is the problem here? I don't understand what's going on. And then you got this one on The Guardian, right? The Sound of Freedom, a QAnon-adjacent thriller seducing America. Jim Caviezel stars as a hero trying to stop child traffickers in a paranoid new movie turning into a surprise box office hit. So you're paranoid if you believe that this is going on. Like, they add all of these negative things to this film about something that is a real issue. So it's almost trying to say, oh, you shouldn't believe that this is going on at all. You shouldn't believe in this. Oh, you believe in something like this, you're QAnon adjacent, right? If you believe in something like this, you're paranoid. Unbelievable. That's what they're doing with this film, okay? You believe in something like this? Oh, you got brain worms. You know, they're making fun of you. If you think that, oh, this issue right here, this child trafficking, oh, no. Okay, that's for the conspiracy-addled boomer. Do you see what's happening here? This is mainstream entertainment media saying this type of stuff. It's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, and this is the headline that I actually cracked up about. The Walt Disney Company reportedly shelved anti-trafficking film The Sound of Freedom after obtaining rights in a merger with Fox. So they didn't even want this film seeing the light of day. Why? Fox made it. It was apparently made 4 or 5 years ago. This thing was ready to come out right before the pandemic. They're just like, no, put it on the shelf. We don't need this. What the hell is that? Oh my God. And yeah, you can see right now, this weekend, this was this past weekend, okay? It did very, very well in the box office, $18 million. You know, if you look at it compared to the averages of these other ones, like Insidious, this is the one my kids took me to see. I went to see Insidious with the boys. $10,000 per theater, then or per screen. Then you have $5,000 per screen for Indiana Jones. But look, $6,388 per screen for Indiana Jones. For The Sound of Freedom, beating Indiana Jones's per screen average. So this is a big story. So this is a underdog, right? Underdog film right here, competing with a big mainstream Disney product and taking it down, right? Or at least on a per theater average. And you would think that would be the story, but no, they're mad because the movie's been made at all. I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned, but maybe I shouldn't be, you know, because the rumors have been out there. The word has been out there about Hollywood for a long time. And maybe this stuff offends them for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it offends CNN for some reason. I don't know. Okay. I haven't watched the movie. Like I said, I did go and listen to like a couple of reviewers that I trust. One of them is Jeremy Johns. You guys probably watch Jeremy Johns. I go to Jeremy Johns because Jeremy Johns doesn't spoil stuff, okay? He's good at avoiding spoilers. So I just watched his review. By the way, thanks for not spoiling stuff, Jeremy Johns. But I was watching his, and it's like, okay, he just said it's a good movie, interesting movie, okay? And there's nothing weird about it. He didn't give me the impression there was any kind of weirdo conspiracies going on. I mean, it just begs the question, what's going on here? Why are we getting headlines like this? Why? What's happening here? Okay. Why can't we say, oh, wow, man, independent film taking on the big guys, came out on top a couple of days. This is phenomenal news, you know, good job to the little guy. Why can't we say something like that? Or, hey, this film brought great awareness to a major issue out there. Everybody should run out and check it out. Bring more awareness to a very serious crisis. Why can't we say something like that? Why are we sitting up here saying, oh, anybody that watches this got brain worms? If you like this, this is who you are. You are a conspiracy theorist, okay? That's what you are. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand it. Maybe you guys in the comments can help me understand it. But go ahead, jump down in those comments. Give me your thoughts and your opinions. Where are we at in society if this is what we're doing? Real situations, and somebody brings attention to it through a movie, and everybody's, you know, oh, well, this is a conspiracy. I mean, I'm just stunned at the reaction. But again, maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I should expect this going forward. You guys go ahead, jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. Thanks for watching. See you next time.